Carne Adobada special today at Connie's. Sitting here at the light. You've probably seen this intersection in my video a bunch of times, but we're on Old Santa Fe Trail facing downtown, facing north. And I'm going to see a place on Alameda Street. It's just a few steps up from the inn at the Alameda and Joe's Tequila Bar, which is where my daughter works. She's one of the managers there. So I can vouch for good food, good drinks, and good service if you decide to stop in and give it a try. The food trucks are on my left.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East Alameda Street.
Cruising up and around Paseo here, and then we're going to turn on Alameda, which is always slightly confusing for people because, well, first of all, this road is confusing. This is Paseo de Peralta. It goes all the way around downtown, so there's two ends of it. And plus it twists and turns like this, so whoever designed the streets of Santa Fe was riding on a donkey, drunk, and backwards. That's how the saying goes. So anyway, at this point, it's, twisting. There's
at the light, turn right onto East Alameda Street.
And if you're in this right lane, you actually do have to turn right. You have to. The only lane that goes straight is the middle lane. And sometimes people don't snap to that and they try to go straight here, and it causes potential accidents. Not to mention, it's just a very, very busy intersection. There's a lot of people walking here, as you can tell. So you just have to be real careful. I'm just gonna let all these people go. They can see them on my front camera. I want them to feel like they're on the video. So there's in the Alameda right there.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
Nice place to stay. The Santa Fe River Trail right across the street there. That's the sidewalk park on this. And I think the sidewalk park ends right here at Escondido. Is that Escondido? Delgado, sorry. Now we gotta go further up. Okay, so you still have a sidewalk on both sides of the road here. And lots of... my car thinks I'm trying to talk to her. I'm not. See, people are taking pictures. It's so lovely. There's flowers all over the place.
Your destination is on the left.
I just passed it. Did I? Yeah. You can hear the river. First of all, we had some big storms last week on Monday. Today's Saturday, and that river is gushing still. It's insane. So ABCD, there's nobody here right now that I can tell. There's 4 units. There's B and D on this side, and then C and B on that side. 2 downstairs units, 2 upstairs units. What I'm going to be looking at is the downstairs unit. So there's plenty of parking here, which is nice. Each unit gets 2 spaces dedicated. There's all the gas meters, and then nicely tucked away right here are all the recycling bins, all the trash cans. I'm not sure why I'm showing that first, but I'm out here anyway, so I'll do it. It's a really nice place. It's good. It's like really well put together. You definitely are going to get some road noise straight from Alameda, but it is what it is. So C goes in there, B goes in there, and then I believe this is the shared courtyard part, which, okay, so there's D. You go in D on the downstairs, and then A is upstairs, or maybe C is upstairs, or maybe A has or D has an internal staircase to get up there. But really all you're talking about is this little patch right in here that's the shared part. There's actually a more private part for B in the back, And then you also have a little part in the front too. So let's come on in. First of all, cool door. Nice railing here too. And actually, you know, a cool little spot to sit right out here on this front porch. Now there's a gate that goes around here. So for dogs, it's gonna be safe. And I'll show you the other side when we get inside. So nice and bright, nice and light, nice and cool. It's got forced air heat and air conditioning. This was built in 2004, so it's 20 years old, but it's in really good condition, you know? There's one single beam there. It's not super fancy, but it's really like low key, very elegant, you know? I feel like the windows are nice. They're probably original, but they all look good to me. There's a Kiva fireplace there in the corner. There's a little pass through here to the kitchen, and that's the hallway back to the bedrooms and the bathrooms. There's a whole separate dining room here. That's plenty of room. That's a 6-seater right there. Then you got room over here for another sitting area and a side table. They have this staged right now, so if you, you know, look around, you'll probably recognize that it's Metamorphosis. I can kind of tell usually right off the bat that it's them. Oh, that's a gas fireplace. Sorry. Even better. You don't have to deal with firewood or anything like that. There's your gas just turn on right there. There's a little alleyway back here that has a small storage shed, which is probably belongs to B, but I would need to confirm that. And then the only other thing that's over there are air conditioning condensers, and there's 2 of them. So that tells me that one of them is for the upstairs unit. So yeah, you're right on the road, but it feels private. There's a step down here and then another little step down. And this is your area out in the front to put a table. So, you know, if you're out here, there's a dog next door that's barking and you're sitting down, you're not seeing the cars. All you're seeing is the trees, the cottonwoods, mostly cottonwoods. These above us are elms right here, but it's okay, they're big. A little bit of ivy there. And you can hear the river. Shh, listen. Well, if it weren't for that motorcycle, you could have heard it. Everything out here looks pretty good. There's like a little black sparring kind of stuff, and I see that a lot. When there's elms around, they kind of drip a little sappy stuff. There's another nice little deciduous tree right here in the front. I'm not sure what that is. It's got those little peas things on it. So let's go back in. I'm gonna shut the door so we can experience what it sounds like, you know, with the windows closed, which, you know, in the summertime, if it's hot, you're gonna have the windows closed, more than likely. Okay, the wall on the other side is very tall, so you've got privacy on that side. Of course, when I try to stop and do the tests to see how loud the cars are, no cars come by. Here a little bit. It's very faint. All right, let's continue on. The paint, the wall colors, it's like a yellowy kind of. The kitchen, it's not huge, but it's definitely functional. There's lots of cabinet space. Got some nice dual sinks going on here. KitchenAid appliances that look rather new. I mean, maybe even brand new. Because I did notice the hot water heater is also brand new. So this could be a brand new set of appliances. This is a GE though, which it's on the smaller side. Probably they could have gotten a little bit bigger one because there's a gap on the side and on the top. But you know, whatever, it's fine. If you're here part-time, it's big enough. You know, let's see, what do we got here? They're not super fancy. But perfectly workable. There's a bunch of fake artichokes. So going down the hall, there's a little niche over there. It's kind of skinny here, but this would be your pantry maybe and your coat closet, I guess. That's the first closet I've seen. Right now it's just full of all the screens. This is a little tight, but I'm gonna open this up so we can take a look. They do have a flood alert monitor on there, which is nice. And this has a brand new permit from 2025. I can't read the date, but I just know that it says 2025. Can't quite tell the age on that, but I want to say that's been updated. You know, it's not original. This is not the 20-year-old furnace. If I get a chance to see the condenser out in the back up close, I might be able to get a better read on that. And then you have a stackable washer and dryer here. Why not? Perfect, tuck it away. You don't even have to think about it. Close that door and you probably can barely even hear it. So bedroom 1 here, which is the primary. Bedroom 2 here, which is the guest. Another small nicho. And then here's the guest bathroom. Single sink. Plenty of cabinets and a walk-in shower and toilet. And there's a grab handle in here. So safety first. There's also a little seat. And it does have the glass shower door. Some people like that, some people don't, because you gotta squeegee that every now and then, which is not exactly fun. Little medicine cabinet. Nice lighting in here. The ceilings aren't totally that high. And you do have somebody up above you, so that could be a concern. I don't know that anybody's there right now. It seems like nobody's here right now, because there are no cars in the driveway at all. I meant to be able to pop that panel open, but it's painted shut. I'm gonna see if I can do that after the video. But that's a queen size bed right there with some rather large end tables. And also the headboard is kind of blocking the light a little bit from the window. So I'm not sure if that's the best orientation for a bed in here. Maybe it would be better to put it on that wall and have it face this way. I don't know. And then they've got a TV in this room that has a little swivel kind of stand thing, so you can swivel it out and watch TV in bed. I'm looking at pretty up-to-date smoke detectors. That's a pretty decent sized closet. Again, it's just for the guests, so you don't need anything huge. There's plenty of outlets. There's also phone jacks everywhere, in case you wanted to go old school. Now let's go check out the primary. Berber carpet in here, could be original. I mean, a real good deep cleaning might just perk this up a little bit. Honestly, it doesn't look as bad in here, probably because it was used less. But I'm just seeing a little bit of traffic stains and stuff in here that maybe you can get that out. It doesn't smell weird or anything. Everything in this house smells perfectly fine. It might just need a refresh is all. I'm gonna say again, we got a queen size bed here, and there are 2 smaller end tables with lamps on them, and a big headboard. You could go king. You have plenty of room on both sides here. It might just be a little bit trickier with the walk around, because they've got a chair here and a dresser here, and then a big hutch here, which maybe you need this, maybe you don't. I mean, this is, God, this is so old. This is old school. This is like what you used to put a TV on. I'm kind of surprised that the stagers put that giant thing in here. Okay, a big closet. Okay, so that's really why would you need that big hutch? Because you have this giant closet, right? Pretty straightforward. That's an access panel to the tub on the other side. So the other bathroom is over here. Now you are looking out at the steps going up to A here, but I will say that there are really nice window coverings on all the windows. I've opened everything up when I came in because I wanted to do the full effect of everything. But for privacy purposes, that's a window blind that you might want to keep closed. Here we go into the primary. Single sink. Plenty of drawer space. Nice and clean under there. Toilet and then a step-in tub shower. It's not jetted. Cool tile. Single nozzle there. This has another safety bar, which is nice. There's another vent for the heating and aircon. Medicine cabinet. And then this is the back patio, which I think is probably private. I'm gonna have to check some HOA docs out to confirm that, but I think this whole garden area belongs to B. So you have a gate that goes out here to the shared courtyard. Let's just look around a minute. There's really nothing here to share, you know, except for a little bit of landscaping and a couple of walkways. You know, I don't see why you would need any of this. And then this is just, I don't know, somebody's storage area, place for the mice to gather. And then that's a back patio over there, maybe for C. Looks like they don't really use that either. It's just for show, kind of. But maybe this is shared too. I have to say that does not make sense to me at all. Why this area would be shared, because it's right off of the patio door of this back patio. Let me ask Val about it. She'll probably know. So what's slightly annoying here is that it's really not meant for you to go up around in here. It's all foliated. There used to be a huge cottonwood right there, which is just a stump now. And then there's this really interesting setup here, which I look down there and it's a well. It's an old well. That's not surprised, but 2004 they put this on a well? I'll be darned. It is on a well, and it probably serves all 4 units. So that's why this is so fortified and looks good, because it's serving 4 households. So if you open up that lid and look down inside, that's the pressure tanks down there, the well, the pressure switch, everything you got to do with the well is down in there. So when the well needs to be serviced, they have to come into your backyard. There's everyone's meters up there. There's 3 meters on this side. I don't know why there's not 4, but maybe the 4th is on the other side. And then around behind the old cottonwood, there's really nothing back there. There's no access except for to get to those 2 air conditioning condensers. So you have a nice garden area. It looks lovely. This is the sitting area, but it's pretty private back here, except for you do have, it looks like an apartment or upstairs unit there. Maybe the upstairs up here can see you, that sort of thing. Anyway, that's about it. It's cute. It's totally put together and clean, move-in ready. It's pretty reasonably priced for what it is. It's sweet. And you're right downtown practically. I mean, literally, I drove up a block and a half from Paseo de Peralta. Okay, that's probably good enough for now. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bueno, bye.